Hello, today we are going to learn how to sync data from API to SQLite. So for this I am going to use dummy data from JSON placeholder for the posts. Okay, and we will create database in the SQLite. New database, name of the database and extension is .db. So I have already created, I am just going to show it to you. Okay, and table will be create table ID, user ID, title and body. So why I am taking this fields is because here it is user ID, title and body. Okay, so now let's go to our FlutterFlow project. Just checking this response again. Okay, we have to copy this response and you can post. Okay. So it will create the data type. Then again you go to the API, response and test, and here you will select parse as data type and here the post and is list. You will tick mark that. Coming to the post page, here inside the column we are calling the query API call posts. Okay, and in the response JSON body to data type post and is list, no further changes, and post is the data. Here in column we are making it as crawlable, and in list style we are taking like let me remove it and show it to you. Post items, data structure field, title. Similarly we go for the subtitle as ID. Okay, I hope this much is clear for you now. Now we will enable the SQLite thing. Enable SQLite demo. Okay, and here we have to upload the file which we have created. I am just going to use the file. Okay, it's done. Here we have to write two queries. One is the insert query, so I am naming it as add data. Okay, so into post, let me see the table name, it's post. I'm just going to copy this from here. Post, and for integer let's say ID, integer, user ID, that is also integer, title is string, and description is also string. Okay, values we will use ID, comma dollar, user ID, comma single quote, title, comma single quote, description. Okay, that is add query, and one is now select query. Currently we only need the add query, so I am going to save it. Now run the project. Okay, so last we have seen like data from the API. Okay, so I had gone to code, add action, and I have created one function named sync data from API. In this I am going to use the FlutterFlow API calls. Okay, first variable is created, then I am assigning the API result to the post call. If it's null, we are going to print no post found. If it is, then we are going to use the JSON body to list and then mapping them to list and okay. Then I am looping through each post. So I am printing title and ID for our demo purpose. So let me reload this and show it to you. See, the data are loaded from the API. So now this page we will create a new page. In that I'm just going to duplicate the page and rename this as post SQLite. Also changing the title post SQLite, and here I'm going to load the data from the SQLite. SQLite query. Okay. For that I need to add one query. SQLite read queries, add select star from posts, get all posts. Output would be ID, user ID. We have to remember the names which we are using. We have to keep the same names from the database table column. Let me just verify the names which I am using are correct or not. Okay, describe its body, user ID, title, body. Okay, it's body. User ID, okay, title, okay, and these two types are integer, so changing them to the integer, add query. Okay, now coming to our post SQLite one, SQLite query, get all post, confirm. Here we don't need to child thing, because by default it provides the means the list of the childs. Okay, and on the home page duplicate SQLite page. Okay, let me reload now. First page is the post, then this one is the SQLite. So in SQLite I have one data which it is displaying like last data. I have added one test title, test body and all. Okay. So now coming to our page, we are going to use SQLite insert. So for that I'm going to use SQLite. I'm just going to search my insert query. Okay, so I'm going to use SQLite one. Here I'm going to call instance dot add data, and add data ID. ID is nothing but the post dot ID, right? User ID, post dot user ID. Title, post dot title. Description, post dot body. Okay, and give it a semicolon. So I will just save it. SQLite instance. We have that SQLite manager already here. So now I am going to print only the IDs. And reload the. Okay. In post page, on the page load, I am calling that custom action, custom sync from data. Okay. So now let's see how it goes. Let's go. So you might have seen a bit of delay because it was inserting and working. So now going back, and now data should be there from the SQLite page. So all data are from the SQLite now. So, but one problem here it is now, like whenever I load the SQLite page, it will create insert again and again. Okay, let's see. After 100 it should begin again with the 1. Okay, so what I will do is I will create one more query in SQLite. Delete query we need to add in the update one. So delete post, delete from post where ID is greater than 0. Okay. So what I will do is here, once the data is loaded, instance I will call close this project. Actually I will close the VS Code and now again open in the VS Code. it should have the delete one, delete post. Okay. And here I am adding if id I'm only going to take 10 for our purpose. If id less than 10, then insert, otherwise ignore. Here and here. I'm going to copy this again to our function. Now going to reload the app. You see till 10 we have two times. Now let me go to the SQLite page. We should have only 10 data. Yeah, that's it. So you can experiment it yourself. Like if you want to update, you can proceed with the same, but you need to select from ID, and then if the ID exists, update according to your requirement. So that's all for today's video. Thank you. I hope you have learned something new. Thank you. Do subscribe to my channel and like and share the video. Thank you.